Hello motherfuckers, welcome back to my motherfucking channel. So today, we're going to be reacting to Lana Del Rey's Did You Know There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard? That is such a long title, but I'm really excited about this because we are in our Lana Del Rey era, okay? My Lana Del Rey series has been cute, okay? I'm gagged about just Lana herself, okay? I've become a Lana stan. I'm gonna be real. But last week my camera unfortunately broke. So we're here now, okay? I bought a new camera. We're here. And unfortunately this is the last Lana Del Rey album in her catalog as of now. So that kind of sucks. But it doesn't matter. Because I'm going to be reacting to her new album. I know it's coming. Because she dropped a single with Quavo a couple days ago or whatever, and it's called, what is it called? Tough. I just reacted to it, okay? Banger, bop of a song, okay? So we're excited about the next album, but right now we're here. So next week I'm going to be posting ranking Lana Del Rey's albums and the top 20 best Lana Del Rey songs in my opinion. So there's that, and then we're going to end off the era in a little video. But let's get into this. Before I start, please like and subscribe. Please. I'm begging. I'm literally begging. But let's get into it. The first song on this album is called The Grants. Let's go.
2, ready. On the day of you with me. Thank you. One more time. 1, 2. Like rocking mountain high. So you say there's a chance. Do you think about me? So many rivers so long.
Oh my god. Gagged, okay? That was a great opener for an album, you know. It was titled The Grants, so something was telling me that it's like a marriage, talking about a marriage or some sort of relationship that she has or whatever. But Lana Del Rey is very spiritual, okay? I've seen it in multiple songs on multiple different albums. So coming into the end of that song, it was more about her family line, her lineage, and not, you know, a man, okay? And that's what I thought it was going to be about because, you know, it's just, you know, it is what it is. I really do think that was a great intro to this album. It really was very down to earth and just calming, okay? Her vocals always give, all right? Let's just be real, they always give. But the fact that she had that choir, like they were riffing off each other and just like, ugh, it just made the song what it was, and a very solid one at that. So I think that was a perfect intro, okay? Not my favorite intro from her albums, but it was very good, okay? Like, gag. But let's keep going. The next song is called Did You Know That There Is a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard? This is the title track to the album. Okay. Wait.
Mosaic ceilings, painted tiles on the wall. Gonna be my turn. Love me until I love myself.
Gaga.
There's a tunnel under. There's a girl who sings.
Okay, it's real, just low key. I love it. I love it.
Don't forget me. When's it gonna be my turn? There's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard. Open me up, tell me you like it, fuck me to death.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so going from the intro to this, it still is that very just toned down Lana Del Rey that I love so much. Okay. Giving me Blue Banisters in a way. But something new at the same time. She always like switches it up just a little bit on each album, okay? Like her and this choir girl, I was not expecting this, okay? They're gagging, okay? All of them, including Lana, okay? They're gagging. I just think that it's just such a wild card. This album really, it really is. Because I don't know, I just wasn't expecting this, but I'm gagged either way. But it's giving she doesn't want to be forgotten, okay? And this, once again, goes with, she's been questioning this for a while. Her fame and like, you know, to this, that's what it was giving to me. Don't forget me like the tunnel under Ocean Boulevard. Right? I love it. I love it. But you know, it could also be referencing a man, which she loves to do, okay? So it would just make sense to me. This album really is giving me like throwback vibes. I'm talking like 70s, 60s. Okay, just the sound of it so far. She says Harry Nilsson has a song, his voice breaks at 2:05. Something about the way he says don't forget me makes me feel like I just wish I had a friend like him, someone to give me 5. I love this so much. Her lyrics always stand out to me. Okay, we all have that little piece of a song, a random song, okay, you know, that just gags us and just makes us feel something in here. Gag. I know I do for sure a bunch of them. But this one obviously stood out to her, and I love that she mentioned it. It's cute. And then she goes on to say, Lennon on my back, whispering in my ear, come on, baby, you can thrive. This, not only is this one of the reasons that it's giving me like the 60s, the 70s, whatever, but it's just such a beautiful visualization. Honestly, you know, she's not comparing herself to the Beatles, okay? She's like, it's more like just referencing the Beatles and just feeling like she can't thrive, because literally after that she says, but I can't. It's so good. Oh, that was good. That was a good ass song. But let's keep going. The next song is called Sweet. Piano. Go.
Waking up
Okay.
thinking about the road you unknown, but I didn't send it. Want some basic bitch go to the Beverly Hills.
This is cute. Oh my god. Okay, that was just giving me like being in the woods somewhere, like she said, north, in the north somewhere, okay? Close to Canada vibes, okay? That's what I was getting. Kind of like alien vibes, you know? When I imagine alien, I'm like obsessed with aliens, obviously. But like when I imagine like alien abductions, I think of like big tall trees in the woods, you know? It's close to nighttime, but not all the way there yet. You know, that's just what this song was giving me personally. But honestly, the purpose of the song was just to tell you that she's a different kind of bitch. Okay, if you want that basic bitch, go down into the fucking corner store. She's there. Okay, a basic ass bitch. I'm not a basic ass bitch. Love that. I love that. She's sweet. She walks around with bare feet. You know. I love this side of Lana, okay? It's just her personality, okay, bitch? She's a different kind of bitch. She's from a different era. She feels like she doesn't even belong in this era, like she belongs in the 70s, you know, in the 60s. And it's giving me, okay? It's giving me. everything, okay? But that was a very wholesome song, you know? This album so far has been very wholesome. Gagging. But let's keep going. The next song is called A and W. Oh my god, yes. God. She ate that little part up, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, wow. She... Okay, bitch, that was so fucking... I have to give it up for her because that right there has been my favorite song so far on this album. No tea, no shade. This was good as fuck, okay? We need to break it down because there's a lot of moving parts to this song, okay? First off, the middle of this song, well, pretty much the ending of this song, that switch up, okay? Love it so much, okay? I love when she incorporates that hip-hop-y. She can't stray away from it, okay? It's so good. She knows how to use it and incorporate it so fucking well. It was just a big switch off from the beginning of the song, which is another moving part. Just the slow and steady build up to something beautiful like that. It was good as fuck. Because in that beginning part, the just very down to earth part, she says, if I told you that I was R-worded, do you really think that anybody would think I didn't ask for it? I didn't ask for it. I won't testify. I already fucked up my story. Oh my god. The deep details that she just keeps spilling album to album to album. Love it so fucking much, you know? I don't love that for her, that this happened to her, these things happened to her, but I love it for the music purposes. It really is such a beautiful world building experience listening to all of her albums straight through. But when she says she already fucked up her story, no one would believe her anyways if she said it. That comes from, you know, just everybody thinks that Lana Del Rey is just this debutante that just wants to smoke cigarettes, drink, do drugs, and fuck men. That's what people think Lana Del Rey is. I'm gonna be honest. That's what I thought Lana Del Rey was a while ago, like 2016. You know, I wasn't really a stan, and I never took the time out of my day to understand what her music was about and just all this other stuff. And you know, that's where that certain lyric comes from. But you know, a person, she's a human at the end of the fucking day. It doesn't matter if she's the biggest star in the world or a newborn fucking baby that nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? But she also says in this song, I'm a ghost now. Look how you hold me now. It's not about having someone to love me anymore. Okay? No. This is an experience of an American whore. Okay, so that's what A&W stands for. I don't know why I thought I was going to go into this. She was going to be talking about root beer. But she's not. She's talking about an American whore. Her experience as an American whore. Because she's been with so many people and nobody is that person, her Norman fucking Rockwell, okay? Nobody is that person for her. And going along with people not believing her and just all this other shit, it's to her that's the experience of an American whore. It's good, okay? I did not know what to expect coming into this album because this is another one of those albums that I don't hear many people talking about, you know, like Norman Rockwell or Ultraviolence and stuff. But I love that I don't hear people talking about it, so I can just have a clean slate with the album, and it's gagging me for sure. But let's keep going. The next song is called Judah Smith Interlude. Oh my god.
Quit lusting after your neighbor. That's a heck of a life. My friends have helped me serve the city I live in, and not wish it away and hope I can do it. To the absolute truth, it's gonna make me sound so spiritual, so I'm looking forward to it. Look at the splendor of your skies. You creative genius floating in the heavens. Man, or be, ooh, don't get me started. I can preach another hour on infatuated. Infatuated. You delighted. You delegated to them mastery over all you have made. And you're not going to like this, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I've discovered my preaching is mostly about me.
Okay, that took a turn. Okay, wow, I'm gagged. I really am gagged because first of all, I'm not that religious, you know, and this was it felt like a sermon. Judah Smith is a pastor. I'm pretty sure. I think I heard about him on TikTok or something. I don't know. You know, I don't think I'm that religious. I feel like I've come closer to it now than ever before, honestly. But this really, because at first I just, hearing people preach is just, it's a lot, okay? You know, like, it's a lot. That's really all I can say or explain about it. But this, it was very powerful. What he was saying was like a spill. And just how I look at things in the world, you know. Just thinking of God as like the artist to our creation, you know. And just how beautiful the sky is. And like just trees and shit, you know. Just stuff like that. So, I mean... Hey, I'm like kind of gagged. I don't really know what to say about this because I wasn't expecting it on this album. Bitch. I mean, we're religious right now. Girl, like that was good. That was good. Because at first I thought that she was like sampling a movie or something because it gave, to me at first it was giving like actor vibes. And that's what I don't really like about like people preaching. It just gives actor vibes. Like, I can't take it serious. And I felt like that at first with this. But, you know, I started listening to what he was saying. And I was, like, gagged by it. That was really good. Unexpected, but really good. Let's keep going. The next song is called Candy Necklace featuring John Batstein.
You've been acting pretty restless. All his candy necklaces. But baby, in on the Bible, I do feel like it's you, the one who's bringing fortune teller, favorite ever. I think that we should address this.
I love the melody of this song. Who the fuck is this? That was so good, unexpectedly good. Because at first I really wasn't feeling it, but then that melody, that beat just got a hold of me, okay? And I do want to point out that on the last song, the Judah Smith interlude, that there was that beat playing over just his whole, like, him talking. Beautiful. I just had to point that out. I forgot to say it. But that right here, the man, John Batiste, really wasn't a part of the song until the very end. And it kind of, like, surprised me, like, threw me off a little bit. That was so good, okay? Candy necklaces, I'm obsessed with that. She's getting deep in this album, okay? Because she says, sitting on the sofa, feeling super S-word. Hate to say the word, but baby, hand on the Bible, I do. Okay, so she's feeling a lot. Okay, I love that she's just so open and real about it. You know, it's very down to earth. Love that, because not many people, especially big artists like this, don't really talk about stuff like that. And I love when people are just real, honest, and open. In music, it just comes off so well, okay? So I love that about this song. Okay, but let's keep going. The next song is called John Batiste Interlude. She's obsessed. Let's go. The vocals. Okay, so basically she's giving us the behind the scenes, but behind the audio vibes. I love that, okay? It just makes the album feel more personal. You know, this whole album just, it feels different from all her other albums. Like I said, it's giving me 60s and 70s vibe, because people back in the day used to do albums just like this. So it's kind of good, okay? And this John, man, he has some beautiful vocals. I'm obsessed with them, okay? And throughout this whole album, honestly, even throughout the choir part that we had at the beginning, she's been, like, the vocals together, everybody singing together, just sounds so good, okay? So we applaud her for that. But let's keep going. The next song is called Kintsugi. Let's go. Gaga.
It's just that I don't trust myself with the light shines in.
Okay, I see what we're doing. Girl.
So everyone was there, they were standing. To pop into his mouth. We've only got powers. We're running away from the feelings I get. That's how the light gets in. There's a name for it in Japanese. It's kintsugi.
Oh my god.
Songs that I sing.
Stop. This is good. That was easily one of the most beautiful songs on this album. The lyrics stood out so much. I have a few things that she said that I want to get to in a second, but that song was just, it was so toned down. That piano was beautiful. Once again, I'm gonna say this a few more times, I feel like this album is really calming. A very nice album to listen to when you don't want to hear too loud of, like, basses or just too much, you know. This is like, just sip your tea by an open window, you know, just vibing, smoking your little smoke, and just chilling. You know, that's exactly what this album is giving me, the sound of everything. First of all, she says, think by the 3rd of March I was cracked open. Finally the ground was cold, they wouldn't open. Brought by the sunlight of the spirit to pour inside of me. There's a name for it in Japanese, it's Kinsagi. Bitch, I am so gagged, okay? It's very spiritual, awakening-esque vibes, being one with yourself and the earth vibes. That's what it's giving me. I'm just shook, you know? This song reminds me of this song by Janae Ayako. It's called Jukai. The Japanese forest. If you know, you know. If you don't, look it up. But the song Jukai is just so, oh my god, it's spiritual, it's beautiful, and that's exactly what this was giving me. And she also says, a broken heart is what lets the light in. It's what gives you character. It's what builds you to be a better you. You know, you wouldn't be the person you are today if you haven't been through the shit that you've been through. It's a cute song. This was a really cute song. I'm not even gonna lie. But let's keep going. The next song is called Fingertips.
When I die, Caroline, will you be with me? Will the baby be alright? I see nothing creaking in.
This is
Give
good.
me a breath through a time when I found you were doing it. I was 15, naked next to a neighbor's did. Turn ended up dead, not me. With the fogs running in your hair, slowly, like the waves in the sea.
God.
Sunbathe and moon chaser. We know that the
Okay, that song was a lot. Okay, a lot. For this album, it's really giving me spiritual awakening. You know, asking yourself crazy questions that sometimes can just drive you crazy. You know, we all think of things. Okay, very suicidal when it comes to a lot of stuff on this album. Trigger warning, first of all, but it's so real and it's so raw, especially this song, because it just stayed the same pace throughout the whole entire song, from the lyrics to just the sound of the music. Oh my god. But she was kind of talking about people dying and how she should have been the one that's dead, you know. She doesn't see it in herself, but we all do, girl. You are a master class genius at music. I'm gonna be so real. She gives me intellectual fucking vibes. Like, I love it. I'm obsessed with it. She is a beautiful writer. That was a gag. That was a fucking gag. But let's keep going. The next song is called Paris, Texas, featuring SYML.
they wouldn't understand.
The melody is a gag.
Took a trip this way and to see some friends of mine. Brighter than you are, flew back home.
Gag.
Even when you're
Gag. I love that song so much just because it stands for a few fucking things. First of all, traveling around, okay? Just to escape your home life. What's going on at home? She came home, she called out your name, you weren't there. It made her sad. But when you're home, you're home. When you know, you know. When it's time to leave, you leave. Okay, it makes sense in my head. If this isn't right for you, make it right for you. Okay, it just makes sense to me. And it was so softly spoken and sung. It's kind of eerie in a way, okay? Her vocals really just slide off the tongue. I love it so much. I love singing her songs too, you know. This might be her most intellectual, down to earth album yet. It's like down to earth with a deeper meaning. I'm obsessed with it, okay? That's all I will say right now. But let's keep going. The next song is called Grandfather, Please Stand on the Shoulders of My Father While He's Deep Sea Fishing, featuring Rio Papi. Rio Pi. These album track names, girl. Ooh. From that song to this song, it goes exceptional. Okay, that was one of my favorite songs from this album. It sounded very, what I've been saying this whole time, it feeds into that spirituality, just growth theme that I'm getting here. Somewhat of growth because she is talking about being, you know, Sue of Slidell. But it still is giving me that just awakening. When you start thinking about your ancestry, you know, and how your lineage will live on and stuff, to me that's awakening. Start thinking about it and even caring about it. It's a bit, or at least the beginning of an awakening, you know, a spiritual awakening. I loved the sound of it. It was such a build up, cloudy esque beat. And it still is giving me that 60s, 70s vibe. I don't know why I feel like I'm in the 60s listening to this. It probably wouldn't be a good place for me, baby. But I'm still like vibing, you know. And, you know, she was talking about, God, if you're near me, send me 3 white butterflies or whatever. That's giving me the belief feeling or system. I'm just going to call it the belief system. Because it's personal for me, okay? Because my mom passed away in 2022, September 2022, and a few days afterwards, I walked into this grocery store, and my mom's favorite musician was Prince. This little boy, no more than 12, okay, had this Prince shirt on. It was oversized, like it was like his older sister's or, you know, somebody else's shirt. It wasn't his shirt because it was very big on him. And Prince was on it. It was just so weird, you know. And it could be like, you know, just a big coincidence. But I really don't think so. Like, going there at that very moment in time and seeing that, I don't know. You know, it's just about beliefs and what you believe in. I love that she's questioning these things on this album. It's giving very much mature, okay? But let's keep going. The next song is called Let the Light In, featuring Father John Misty. It's giving me very much cowboy, but I'm here for it.
You up at home, 2:45. Ask you if you want something to eat. Wake you up at night, 1:45. 'Cause every time you say you're gonna come,
Okay.
I let the light in. Wake you up around
God.
1:45.
Mm-hmm. God.
Wake
I love the atmosphere of that song and just the aspect of it, you know, just the meaning of behind that song was such a nice little hook and sinker. Because, you know, throughout Lana's entire career, she says that dancing is what she loves. Dancing is the thing that she loves the most. And that's when she's having fun. She wants, in this moment in time, she wants to have fun. She wants to put on her dress and sparkle in the light. Let the light in, you know? It's not, I mean, it is, sometimes it can be hard. It's depression, okay? Seek out the light. This is giving that she found God, okay? In the past, she has written songs and sang songs about, you know, being religious or whatever. But this whole album to me is just the atmosphere of it is awakened or just believing, okay? I love it so much. That was just the, I love the, just the whole vibe of that song. It was cute, okay? Pastor John Misty, girl, like, people can get you on a verse, okay? His vocals were good, I'm not gonna lie. But let's keep going. The next song is called Margaret featuring the Bleachers. Very quiet start. Giving me flower fields.
Simple song.
Oh.
Gonna write it for you. 'Cause baby, if your love isn't true, you like running down that path when your good is cool.
With their red flags, their white knives, their black eyes, and their blue. Your way like your way is on.
Oh, I love his vocal.
The diamond on your ring, the soul that you bring to the table. In a minor key.
Gag in a minor. Oh my god.
So if you don't know, have a give it.
Mother.
Maybe tomorrow you'll know. Then you know.
She is. Oh my god.
When you know.
Girl, that was such a beautiful song, okay? She said it was, she wrote it and sang it for her friend, okay? And it was just a simple little song. And, you know, that's exactly what it was. I'm going to be so real. It's so simple, but so fucking beautiful. In that song, she was talking about jumping. Should I jump off the building or should I do it in double time? And then she goes on to say, because you never know what the new day may bring. Maybe tomorrow you'll know. Maybe tomorrow you'll know. That, to me, is just, it's such a beautiful sentiment. You know, I hate when songs talk about just, you know, Sue of Slide. I have to say it like that because YouTube and the copyrights, it's a bitch, okay? But I don't like when songs talk about that and don't leave off on a high resolution or revolution. I don't know how to say it. But, you know, I just don't like that because some people can be very triggered by that, you know, and everything like that. So it's just beautiful seeing that song come to an end and just letting the light in a little bit, you know, not being too much over, you know, sad. Just, I don't know. I just think that song was really beautiful, okay? I love when she gets personal, but this was simple, but it was still personal, you know? Love that. But let's keep going. The next song is called Fishtail. Let's go.
You wanna be sadder. Fishtail, what's the matter?
The vocals. I just feel like I have to whisper.
Not that smart, but I've got it. I wish I could escape deep inside your mind.
Ooh.
Lately, I can see you wanna be sadder. You wanna be sadder.
What?
Don't you say.
Stop.
I'm there to address them another day. I can see you wanna be sadder. You wanna be. Don't you say.
I can't. You know, I think that might be my favorite song on this album. I don't know. A&W was really good too. But this... God. I was waiting this whole album to at least hear one song that had a bit of beat drop, you know, like a bit of boppiness to it. And this was it right here, okay? Because not only did it have one of my favorite aspects of Lana Del Rey's, her beat drops and just the way she'll come in off that beat, but it also had my other favorite aspect of Lana Del Rey, which features this entire album, is just soft spoken, beautifully written, just laid over this quiet beat. Like I said, I feel like you have to whisper. Okay, and she brought it in and brought it back out. It was beautiful. That was a beautiful fucking song. But she says, "You're so funny. I wish I could skinny dip inside your mind." That is such a, like, just a beautiful thing to say. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck comes up with shit like this? That's why I have to point out lyrics, because it just blows me away. Like, girl, on this album that's hidden, that nobody, I feel like nobody really talks about this album. And that's why I do this, so I can have my own point of view and just hear these beautiful things that are just hidden gems. Absolutely. Okay? Absolutely. So that's going to be one of my favorite songs on this album, for sure. But let's keep going. The next song is called Peppers, featuring Tommy Genesis. Okay. What? Now she's saying skinny dip in her mind. God. Okay, that kind of came out of left field. That's the complete opposite of what this album was. To be honest, I am obsessed with this song. Do not get me wrong. I just don't like that she saved this for the absolute end. Okay? That was a banger. Hands on my knees like I'm Angelina Jolie. Okay? I absolutely love the vibe of that song. I've been saying the album is giving me 60s, 70s vibes. You know, that gave me 60s and 70s vibes. But it also had the new age just sound tech to it, you know. I'm just obsessed. I just felt like I was in a part. Okay, imagine I'm in a TV show. Okay? And I'm in just the back room of a bar, just turning up with my girls, but it's the 70s, okay? God, that's what it was giving me. That was a really beautiful song. I just didn't want that to be in the end of the album, okay? But I am gagged. But let's keep going. The last song on this album is called Taco Truck X VB. She is gangster, for sure.
I know that you hate me.
What is going on? She's a mother for this. Okay, that was a perfect way to end a fucking album. I am so perplexed by this song. Why in the fuck did she bring in a Venice Bitch? I'm not mad at it whatsoever. Venice Bitch is my favorite song from Norman Rockwell. It is. It definitely is. I just want to know why the fuck she brought it here. I never thought I needed a different sound of Venice Bitch because I just think that that song is so perfect. But I'm not mad at it. It's experimental. You know, what could have been type vibes, but this was it was interesting development. Wasn't expecting it. A lot of what was on this album I wasn't expecting from this album, okay? And that just wrapped it all up into one. The outro of this album, beautiful, fucking gaggery, okay? Okay, now we're gonna get into my overall review, my rating, and my top 5 from this album. So my overall review would be spiritual awakening of an album. This album had so much light and darkness contrasting each other. It was a beautiful piece of work, okay? So many things that mainstream artists like Lana Del Rey herself don't talk about. I'm so happy that she talks about it here, and you know, it's just an escape for her, a way to let it out, and I am absolutely obsessed with it because of the way it comes out. It comes out perfectly, beautifully. But this album definitely gave me, like I've been saying throughout the entire video, 60s and 70s vibes. It just had that vintage feel to it, kind of like Norman Rockwell, but more vintage, if that makes sense, okay? I feel like Norman Rockwell was the perfect vintage. This was just not too much vintage because it was a good album, but it was just over the vintage, okay? But I'm still obsessed with it nonetheless. The atmosphere alone for this album was just, it's underrated, okay? That's what I'm gonna say. I didn't hear many people talk about this album. Even Lana stans don't really say much about this album, but they're missing out if they're just not with it, because this is a good album. I would recommend this to anybody that's seeking out to listen to Lana's music, because it just also shows her growth as an artist, okay? And where she's been in life and what she's been doing in life. It really showcases that, and I'm obsessed with it. The album itself just puts you in a state of relaxation, and it grabs your ears, okay, because of the lyrics. So many standout lyrics that I've said throughout this entire video. This was a gaggery, alright? Okay, so I get my rating on albums from these 5 categories: vocals, production, consistency, writing, and the album cover itself. So the first category is vocals. The vocals on this album are just like every other fucking Lana Del Rey album. To me, personally, she never misses. I'm gonna give these vocals a 10, simply because there was just so many standout vocals in this album, and some of the vocals gave me past albums like Ultraviolence a few times, you know? Just that vintagey Lana Del Rey sound, and I loved it so much. The next category is production. The production on this album, once again, every single Lana album is a gag when it comes to the production itself, just like the vocals. I've said it millions of times in this video. It gave you that relaxation vibe. You really wanted to listen to it and just be one with the album, and a lot of that comes from the production, how the album sounds on your ear. So I'm gonna give the production a 10. To me, this was a very solid fucking album, okay? But the next category is consistency, and see, this is sometimes she has some trouble with this for me. Some songs didn't belong where they were on the album. It didn't flow. It didn't make it flow as well. And specifically, the second to last song was a very poppy, upbeat vibe, but it still fit the album nonetheless. And I feel like all the songs that are here belong here. There were just missteps in that process. So I'm gonna give it an 8. Okay, it's a very solid standpoint. Okay, I could still listen to this album straight through and not complain. Okay. Now the next category is writing. Okay, I also don't think I've ever given her a negative writing. Okay. I'm just gonna give this one a 10 straight off like that. because like I said, there's so many standout lyrics on this album that I was naming throughout the whole album experience, and it was just beautiful. It makes you, once again, with the visualizations, I haven't said it much in this video, but they were there, and I was still feeling it that whole time. And it's where writing takes you is what makes an album so fucking gagged, okay? Now, the last category is the album cover itself. This album cover is pinnacle 1960s, 70s album cover vibe. From the font over on the side, it kind of looks like credits to like a movie or of some sorts, you know? And that really adds to that vintageness that I get from this album. And the filter itself, is it not giving 1960s, 1970s? I'm sorry, but it is. But of course, we cannot look past that face. Girl. Once again, serving the fucking girls dinner off a plate, bitch. Like, what? The little piece of hair flowing down her face. The cleavage, girl. The bows in the hair. It's such a beautiful piece of album cover. I'm not even gonna lie. I really think that this is one of her best album covers. It's not her best, but it is one of her best. It really fits what this album feels like. The atmosphere of this album. I'm gonna give it a 9.5. Such a gag-worthy fucking album cover. I'm shook. So if you take the score of each category I just named and add them up, divide them by 5, you get a total score of 9.5 out of 10. That is a perfect rating for this album. I feel like it's not too much. It's just the perfect amount of Lana Del Rey. The album was sickening, okay? I really think that anything below a 9 wouldn't fly with me with this album, because this album is a really fucking solid piece of work. A really beautiful, outspoken mother queen on this album, okay? Okay, my top 5 from this album is A&W, Kintsugi, Fishtail, Taco Truck, VB, and Margaret. These are my 5 songs that stood out to me. There was a bunch of songs that actually stood out to me, but this was just my top 5. I want to know your guys' top 5 and where you place this album in your favorite Lana Del Rey albums. Because to me, it's up there. Okay, it really is. But make sure you guys come back next week. I'm gonna do her top 20 songs that I think are her best songs. And I'm gonna do ranking her albums. Okay, because I feel like I've listened to the album, so I can rank them. Okay? So that's next week. But I guess that's it. This is almost over. Our Lana Del Rey era is almost over. You have like a week and a half left with me. And I'm glad you came along for the ride. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. But this isn't the end. We still have a few more videos to go. But I guess that's it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bye, motherfuckers.